So you're upset that Riri Williams said, would Tony Stark still be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire? Did you continue watching the show because the next line that she says is no shade, that's just how the world works? And is it not just a proven fact that the reason Tony Stark is a billionaire, it's because he was born into the Stark family? And guess what? She was born with nothing but...
No, just no. Tony didn't become Iron Man in a lab or in a boardroom. He became Iron Man in a cave. He was wounded, he was held captive, he was stripped of everything except his mind and the tools he could put together. That's when the change happened. That's when Iron Man was born. The suits came later, the money came back, but Iron Man started with nothing. If money was all it took, Obadiah Stane would have been Iron Man, same with Justin Hammer. What made Tony Stark different wasn't the billions. It was what happened when all of that was gone. So when Riri Williams is trying to imply that Tony Stark was a hero because he was rich, she's getting it all backwards, and everybody who agrees with that is really just getting it backwards. The suits did not make the man made the suits. Without comfort, without backup, with no guarantee that he would survive. And what did Riri do when she had nothing? She defaulted to cheating, lying, and breaking the rules to get ahead. That's who you're comparing to Tony Stark. Like, what's going on here? If money guarantees greatness, then Disney would be untouchable. They've got Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, some of the biggest names in entertainment history, and still they are making one forgettable project after another. The last Marvel movies I watched, I think the last 5 of them, I really can't remember the plot. That's how forgettable Marvel has become, despite having all the money. Because it's not about how much you spend or how famous the name is. Success comes from substance. That's true in film, in business, in life. That's why stories like Tony Stark works. He didn't become Iron Man because of his money. He became Iron Man when he had nothing left. Being great is not about what you start with. It's about what you do when everything falls apart. That's what people remember. And that's missing from this new version. Apart from the fact that the show is like extremely boring. You know, I had to start playing some mobile games just to get through the few episodes that was released. I usually feel very sad when I find Marvel shows boring because I actually love Marvel, and before now I always look forward to watching Marvel shows. Like, I can remember thinking about Infinity War for like a year, almost every day until it came out. That's how much respect I had for Marvel movies, and it's very sad to watch Marvel become a caricature of what it was.
Jeez, Wolverine, seeing you like this just breaks my damn heart.
In Ironheart, Riri Williams only cares about money. She's narcissistic. She pushes all her friends and family away, just like Iron Man did for 10 years. And we all sat through that. We watched it. Iron Man used to sell weapons to terrorists. And
I feel like some of us are pretending not to notice some pretty obvious differences. Tony wasn't just some misunderstood villain. He was a genius who grew up inside a weapons empire and never questioned it until the consequences hit him in the face, literally. His weapons ended up in the hands of terrorists, not because he sold them directly to the terrorists, but because his father's business partner, Obadiah Stane, was selling them behind his back. That's not negligence, that's deception. Tony was many things, but he wasn't a cheater. He did not lie to get ahead in school. He did not forge his way into power. He did not manipulate people to get what he wanted. His sins were ego, arrogance, and tunnel vision. That's very different from being dishonest and unethical. Now, compare that to Riri Williams. She got expelled from MIT for cheating and selling homeworks. That's not speculation, that's literally part of the storyline. She lies to people, takes shortcuts, and we're supposed to treat her like some genius successor, a moral equivalent to Tony Stark. Give me a break. Let's be honest, building the suit isn't the hard part anymore. Tony Stark already did that. The suit exists, his legacy exists. There is no longer a reason to reinvent the wheel, except you're doing it for a very personal reason that actually matters. And that's what's missing in Ironheart. The why. Like, why is she building the suit? Like, nobody told us why. Riri builds her suits for what exactly? We're not exactly told why. She's not in danger. She's not backed into a corner. She's not trying to save anyone. There is no personal, emotional, or existential reason. It's just, I'm smart and I can. But in storytelling, can is not enough. There needs to be a cost. There needs to be a reason you must. Otherwise, it doesn't feel earned. Tony's first suit came from trauma, from desperation, from a literal cave with a car battery wired to his chest. He had to build or die. Riri's version of that is basically, I'm clever, so I should be able to do this too. As usual, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thanks for watching this far. If you have watched this far, I really appreciate your time. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.